check it.
Welcome back to my channel. My name is Janelle Samora, and this is Scent Talk 4 from my closet, and I've been doing this for an entire year. Welcome to my 1-year anniversary video. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate every single one of you guys that has subscribed to the channel. I am over the moon. I'm so excited to have reached this milestone. I never knew or thought that I could keep going for an entire year straight. So thank you to everybody who's joined in on this journey of mine. This is my own personal fragrance journey. Towards the end of today's video, I do want to get into kind of a background, a reflection of the past year and my thoughts and excitement and goals for the upcoming year or next couple of years. So if you would love to tune into that, then stay tuned because we're going to go through that definitely. Now, if it is your first time on this channel, I do like to focus on one perfume house or topic at a time. We talk about niche fragrances, designer, high-end. We go over dupes and clones. We talk about layering combos. We just talk fragrance and scents from this closet here. So if that's something you're interested in, go ahead and continue watching. Consider hitting that subscription button and the bell so you'll be notified to new videos, because you really never know which fragrance house or perfume topic we're going to cover next. So on the topic of topics, we have been going through genre perfumes. They are an inspired by fragrance house, and they make some of the most mouth-watering, spot on, just delicious fragrances. These are very high quality fragrances. I love a fragrance house that can give me a feel for these higher end niche fragrances that you might not be able to sample, especially ones that might not be available in the US, or they're just even really expensive even to sample. So we have quite the bit of a lineup here. In the description bar or box, you will find a video link to the very first video of genre fragrances. In that video, we talk about how to order from the company, a little backstory on the house itself. Okay, so let's get into the review, and then we'll get into a little bit of story time reflection here at the end of the video for all you lovely peoples who would love to join me. All right, so Dopamine by Genre Perfumes. That is what they have titled their Parle Moi Parle Moi de Parfums Mile High. This is the original fragrance here, and Dopamine is Genre's creation. So it is inspired by this fragrance, and it was released, what year was this one released? I'm not too sure. I got excited and I wrote 1 year all over the page. So I apologize, I don't have that information offhand. I really love to tell you guys when these came to be in existence. Now the notes, let's talk about the notes. Pineapple, tonka bean, immortelle, and patchouli. The pineapple that is in the original fragrance comes from the Indian Ocean, the tonka bean from Venezuela, the immortelle from Corsica, and the patchouli from Indonesia. So the patchouli that we have in this fragrance is a very dry, earthy type patchouli. And the Corsica, I was like, what is that? It is a sweet, dry, herbaceous scent reminiscent of hay, honey, and tobacco, kind of all intertwined. The pineapple obviously is this juicy fruit, and tonka bean from Venezuela, it varies from a green grassy to a sweet tobacco nuanced note, or almond as well. This opens up undeniably pineapple, both sides. I did the Dopamine on this side, the original Mile High on this side. Oh my gosh, they're both still very much here. This is a very strong, loud pineapple. I mean, I have been looking for pineapple. I have found it in a couple other fragrances throughout this past year. But when I experienced this, I did take my nose to one other fragrance, and we'll go over that in a minute. But I just thought to myself, this has got to be the juiciest, most realistic, you know, without smelling super artificial, just so nice. This pineapple, you know, oh, I was very mouth-watering, very juicy opening. This is how it opens up. Now, there's a green and earthy tone to it as well, which just kind of also gives way or leans into that earthy feel or that natural feel of this pineapple. Because yeah, it is really, really, it's got an earthy tone to it while maintaining its sweetness. So you're just like, okay, now, you know, you opened up like the raw flesh of this pineapple, and then you blend into the mid, you blend into this very dry, earthy, you know, like maybe the outside of the pineapple. Or maybe I've dropped the pineapple like I did with another fragrance by, what was it? I have it here, Angel Eye Star. I dropped this one, okay? Not literally, figuratively. When I wear tested this fragrance, it was pineapple, it was coconut, pina colada, wonderful. And then I dropped it in soil. It was very, very much dried down to a dirty patchouli. But I very much enjoyed that fragrance. Now, so it reminds me of that aspect of that fragrance. That's where it took my nose to. I was like, I've smelled this pineapple dirty nuance before. There's a definite difference though between these two. Definite difference. But we're not comparing those two just yet. We're comparing the Dopamine here by Genre Perfumes to the original. So these acted so alike, very, very enjoyable, both of them from beginning to end. And we have not ended yet. This is very strong, loud. I mean loud. I was a little bit like, whoa, this will have absolutely no problem sitting on a beach somewhere. This will have no problem in high heat. This will last. It will outlast. I know a lot of fresh fragrances don't have a good reputation for holding on the skin, especially when you're around, let's say, water activities or you're sweating a lot. I really do think that this one would go the distance, especially sprayed on your clothes. Oh yeah, it's completely penetrated. I'm afraid that I will have a pineapple shirt for you know, even after I wash this, it's going to become my pineapple shirt, because I don't see how this is going to be able to wash off. It's so strong, but enjoyable, not cloying. There's nothing that tickles your throat, that gets you in the back of your sinus cavities. Nothing. It's so smooth. It's nice and smooth, and a little dry in this dry down. But I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it at all. You know, the fresh pineapple comes in and out. After you think it's gone, it comes back. So you do hold on to this pineapple the entire wear, which I thought was so just a total plus for the fragrance. Because, you know, a lot of fruity top notes, when they come at you strong, and then they dissipate, and you're left with just a musky musk dry down, or a vanilla musk dry down, or whatever else. This gives a little way here to the tonka bean in the composition, but the pineapple does not let up. It really doesn't. Even in the base, even in this base, it just, I don't know, it smells a little like vanilla, a little sandalwood base, you know, but with some strength. Yeah, that's kind of what it smells like, this fragrance. So opening different, the Dopamine and the original, but they align. So what's the difference? I'm kind of afraid to spray it because it's so strong. So the difference that we got going on here in this opening, oh goodness, it's so juicy. It's so juicy. Oh, but it's dry and it's earthy at the same time. If you're not a fan of you know, dry, earthy, natural smelling things, then you're not going to be a fan of this. I, for one, am. I love neroli, dirty neroli notes. I love when fragrances open up like that. My Sintra, if you don't already know. Oh, whew, that one got me. Ooh, that is strong. They're both very strong. This one being sweeter. Again, I'm noticing that genre really knows how to taper down the sweetness to still a very enjoyable level, but it's not piercingly, sickeningly sweet from the get-go. This is very sweet. And this is already kind of a little toned down enjoyable. So that's the only difference, really. They lined up in the mid, they lined up in the dry down. I absolutely loved this wear. And naturally, I could not get my mind out of the gourmand feel, the gourmand realm. I'm like, oh, I'm loving this, you know, wonderful dry down that's woody and all that, but give me back that juicy edible goodness. Let's hold on to that, and let's turn this into a pineapple upside down cake. That's all I could think of all day long. I was like, okay, how are we gonna do this? If you are a fan of layering your fragrances, then you might want to listen up. If you have anything that has a creamy vanilla that you already own, that you love, then go ahead. I think that would be a wonderful base. And or this is what I will go with, anything that has a cake like quality as well for this pineapple upside down cake. I got tonka bean tea cakes here. This is vanilla. I mix my oil with my unscented lotion, rub that all over, and that is my base. Then I will apply Versailles, gosh, can I get that right ever? By Perfumes. Now, I did a full day wear test and review on this, fell in love with it. I have a full bottle finally on the way, which is only 5 ml. So I'm just kind of like, am I going to get by with that? Because I run out of my sample here. By Poesy, Versailles is this juicy, the most realistic cake that I have experienced in a fragrance all year. Okay, so that's that. Threw that in there. So we got the vanilla going. We got fluffy, delicate sugar glaze. We got fluffy little cakes, tonka bean. We have some tonka bean going on in here in this fragrance as well. We're gonna top this off with a little more patchouli, a little more pineapple, and that's Anita by Sol Janeiro, the collaboration. This fragrance right here just reminds me of dessert as well. So, you know, a pineapple tropical dessert. Yes. Oh yes, this is wonderful. Do I have the notes? Yes, Anita has passion fruit, coconut water, orchid, honey, jasmine, vanilla, bean, and patchouli. That's all we have going on in here. This is one of the stronger body splashes, body mists that I've come across in a long time as well. It also gives the original Xerjoff 62 a run for its money. I mean, this will last longer than the Xerjoff 62 body splash, no joke. In the hair though, that 62 lasts all day. I have been applying that in the hair. Now this, oh my gosh. So you got that. We got Versailles on the pulse points. We got tonka bean tea cakes everywhere else. And we got Anita topping that off. I would very much so, right after the lotion, apply the either Dopamine or Parle Moi de Parfumes Mile High. Right after the lotion. That's the step that I would take, and then I would apply the rest, and I am a pineapple upside down cake. Yes. Oh my gosh, it's so good. This is beautiful. This is. I'm gonna need a big bottle of this Dopamine. Now, I just made a little gourmand concoction there, but if you would love to hold on to the dryness, you know, and just rock the pineapple, I know that that's really popular with the males. No problem, you don't have to add anything to it. I just love to combine my fragrances and body care and whatnot to make it just more enjoyable for myself. So that was the layering combo suggestion. I would not mind layering the Angel Eye Star. However, I feel that it would just add more sweet. I mean, this is sweet. it's sweeter opening than the Mile High, but it's got a really heavy, my skin pulls out a very heavy patchouli out of this dry down. So if you wanted that, you know, to lean more towards the super sweet, pull out the patchouli, but yet hold on to, you know, give it some you know, then that would be a nice combination. I'm saying that I think that would be a good combination for the summer. Yes, because you could hold on to this. I didn't have a huge trouble with this one going the distance, but I could definitely see it not letting up if you combined it with this. It's so nice. Now, if you're a male, I don't want to go into an entire layering video here, but I mean, if you're a male and you want to amp up the pineapple in any other fragrance of yours, then this would be the one to do it with for sure. Safely so nice. I enjoyed this. And yes, I am talking about your Aventus. Even your Aventus for her, I feel is very unisex. And anything else that you just want to add a nice sweet pineapple to, I would dig that. Okay guys, that was it for the review. How it treated me. My goodness, this was strong, lasted all day long, and it was scrumptious. So good. Even I love a fragrance that even though it dried down, you know, dry, it wasn't just pure musk and that's it. You know, it wasn't just skin scent musk and we're done. No, it held on to its juicy pineapple qualities, and its enjoyability was top notch. Loved it. I loved this. I really did. Dopamine is a winner, okay? By the House of Genre. Alright guys, so that was it for the review. I do have a couple of more. I know I've seen some subscribers really interested in some genre originals. I was not able to wear test Ambrosia, by the way, so I apologize for that. If you are interested in that, just know Ambrosia. What are we? Profumum Roma Meringa. I didn't get any enjoyability out of that opening. I wore it all the way until the mid, and then I couldn't any longer. I was like, I can't with this. It's not enjoyable. Very white floral. I don't know if it gets to that vanilla base that it claims to have, because I could not wear test the fragrance. So Profumum Roma Meringa, not for me, unfortunately. So that's Ambrosia here by Genre Perfumes. Now I do have some original fragrances that I really do want to wear test for you guys before we switch gears on the channel. So that is your Essence and Apples and Aces, Above the Clouds, and Gentle Storm here. So yeah, we still have those to go through. So we'll go ahead and finish that off before we switch gears on the channel, or try to at least. Here are my plans. Here's the backstory. I started out in this closet. Here we go with the backstory, if you'd be interested to know how this all began a year ago. My goodness. Walked into this closet and decided that it was time to just give it a go. I had clothes all behind me. I have always, my entire life, been into fragrances. Fragrances have been, it's in my bio. It's been a part of my life since I was a very little girl. I've never been without fragrances. They are tied to so many memories, good memories, bad ones too, but you take the good with the bad, right? And you just keep trucking along. My mother is one of the biggest reasons why. And why am I crying? It's just very touching to me, the thought of the power of fragrances. So anyways, I said I was not gonna get emotional, here I am. But anyways, I want to have something to just hand down to my daughters. I want them to enjoy life and make memories, and I want fragrance to be as big a part of their lives as it has been for myself and my mother. So pretty much a I can't speak. Pretty much a traditional, you know, a family tradition, you know. We're not perfumers or anything like that, but I have always definitely had aspirations of just kind of learning how to do this. And so that's where my interest comes into the whole world of perfumery and fragrance. Now, it didn't kick up a notch. I didn't actually know that I could decipher different things in fragrances, or that I could actually help people understand how they smelled until I had nothing else to read about. So yeah, I'm a really big bookworm. I do like to read and research, and when it came about the time of the pandemic, there was really nothing else to you know, pay attention. I mean, invest your time into, or that I felt anyways was worthwhile, or that made me feel happy and fulfilled. Really, really hard times there. That is in my bio as well. But anyways, fragrance. It just one day, you know, just started to watch videos and read articles and about perfumery, about perfumers, about notes, and how one thing can smell like another can smell. And you know, I fell down a rabbit hole, a really, really big one. And the more that I watched videos and the more that I learned, the more I wanted to learn. So yeah, I have a really, really huge passion for this, and I hope that that comes across and that translates to you guys. I'm just so grateful, honestly, to be able to have a platform like this to speak to people who are like-minded, you know, or who just want to smell good. It really doesn't matter why you tune into the channel, whether you want to learn about layering combos. I love to throw things together and really just get a good use of the entire collection. I mean, it's been building, growing, and evolving for many years. And yeah, so I get very emotional when it comes to my mother, because she's really up in age, and I'm an only child. So yeah, it's just, I know, always going to be cherished, this part of life, fragrance. I can't think of a single memory that isn't tied to a scent. So that is it. Anyways, thank you guys. Really, I truly appreciate everybody who has joined in on the journey. I am so appreciative of the people who pushed me into, like, hey, you should start a channel. Had a really huge helping hand at the way beginning of the journey. When Be Layered, by the way, is the fragrance house that really thrust me into the fragrance community, fragcom, as they say. I joined that group just really wanting to know about the fragrance that allegedly Rihanna wears, which is Love by Kilian. I wanted to know, why is that so expensive? And hey, people are saying that this caramel overdose smells just like it. I want to know. I want to compare. Is it worth spending my money on the original? And well, 20 little vials of and a full bottle of Love by Kilian later, not to mention a couple of caramel overdose. I still absolutely love that fragrance, but definitely during that time where we had nothing else to do but read is when I fell down this rabbit hole. And I joined fragrance groups, and I got to meet a lot of interesting people. I mean, so interesting. I'm so grateful for the fragrant friends that have you know, that I've gotten to meet on this journey. I absolutely love you guys. I hope to meet each and every one of you guys one day. You know exactly who you are. Yeah, so I also want to thank, like I'm accepting an award or something. No, I do want to thank a few small business owners who were like, I trust you with my product. You know, you can review it. You know, I have my full faith and trust in you. So that means so much to me. Every single small independent company that I have reviewed on the channel, I have had the pleasure of talking to or engaging in some way, form, or fashion with the owners of those companies. No, I don't have any affiliate links and all that good stuff. I'm not the best at business. So yeah, that'll come later maybe. I do have a full-time job. I am a full-time mother, a full-time nurse, a full-time everything. But I love fragrances, and this has been so liberating and fulfilling. And I also want to double, extra, triple thank my loving and supporting husband, who has been there for me every step of the way. Like, hey, you want to start a YouTube channel? Go for it. You want to, you want to turn our closet into a fragrance showroom, then go for it. I absolutely love him and adore him and his support. Because yeah, I don't think I'd be able to hide this from him anyways. it's all here. Anyways, all right, that's enough rambling. I just wanted to give you guys on this year anniversary a little insight, a little backstory, nothing that's not in the bio or that I haven't probably shared before, but yeah, I just wanted to do that. So yay, an entire year. Now what's to come? For an entire year, one of the persons that really pushed me to start the channel was a business owner, and he had so many tools at his disposal and was so generous and really lent a huge helping hand to me. And I was able to take some classes and just kind of follow some formats that I felt were going to be realistic goals for me. Not that one video every single day for an entire year really was very realistic at the time, but it has turned out to be, something that has come a little second nature to me. I feel lost when I don't have a scent, when I'm not studying a scent, or or doing a head-to-head, or writing down my notes throughout the days, when little chances I get, or if I think of something, I'm like, oh, hold on to that thought. So anyways, took a class, and here we are an entire year later, one video per day, sometimes even more than that, for an entire year. So I think it's time to scale it back a bit. I do want to give you guys better content. I want to give you guys more meat, I mean, not only one fragrance at a time type reviews. I want to help in any other ways that I can. So here's my plans. I'm planning to load Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and hopefully that will give me more time to really study and possibly help myself here bump up the technology, kind of study, this craft we got going on. Always want to try and get better for you guys in any way that I can, within my limits. So it's going to be a slow climb, but definitely going to be going in that direction. I do have 3 different topics that I want to be covering on those 3 days. I've come up with top 5 Tuesdays, layer away Thursdays, and side by side Saturdays, with a wild card Wednesday, whenever that presents or allows itself. So yes. Come to think of it, now that I've rambled on for this song, I feel like maybe I should do 2 videos. I know at the beginning I said listen in at the end of the video, but I think I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna clip it for you guys, yeah, so you do not have to listen to the entire thing if you don't want to. No problem. That was all. Those were my thoughts. Those are my plans. So many things I want to accomplish, and so many goals that I have. Definitely want to collaborate and possibly come out with a fragrance that I've had in my head, and a very nostalgic memory of mine, that I haven't come across thus far on my fragrance journey. So I'm excited, hopefully, to work with somebody in the future on that and bring that to light. I don't know, sometime down the road. Well, thank you guys so much. I think I'll probably put up polls here or there. I want to say that there are definitely quite a bit of fragrance houses that we should still explore on the daily, get a really good feel for them before we start to really play around with the fragrances and what, you know, topics in this closet. So we'll see how we can break the cycle of, you know, of daily, weekly videos of these, really breaking down these fragrance houses. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, for listening to this story, and for caring. Thank you. It means so much. For subscribing. I truly appreciate and love every single one of you guys that has jumped on this journey so far. So the best is yet to come, hopefully, and we will talk to you guys later. You guys have a blessed rest of your day, your night, or your evening, and you stay safe.